and way too physical. Way too physical. The NBA allows physicality in the finals when the season's at the very end. But they want to keep their players healthy for the regular season and early rounds of the playoffs. Why hurt your content? Adam Silver in the league now. You get to the finals, that's a man's game. Wemby, good luck. WNBA regular season is officiated like UFC. There's no eye gouging, but almost everything else. So, and she didn't have great communications with players, according to players. So last night, Caitlin Clark, there's a hand to her throat.
Something changed the moment that collision happened. But it wasn't just the contact itself that sent the basketball world into a frenzy. As reactions poured in, Colin Cowherd delivered a passionate response, arguing that everyone from the referees to the WNBA was failing to address what he saw as another unnecessary hit involving Caitlin Clark. Was it simply part of a physical game, or did it point to a larger issue? What followed only made the debate even more intense.
A generational talent and a WNBA superstar who had 2 cheap shots right there that weren't called. And I just say, again, absolutely unacceptable.
Steph, do you think that the league needs to look into how Caitlin Clark is defended or how she's officiated going forward?
I mean, we spent all offseason looking at officiating. All offseason. And I still say the one thing that we keep asking.
For the past 2 years, the WNBA has wrestled with a question that seems simple on the surface but has become one of the league's biggest talking points. How do you balance physical competition while protecting the players who attract the most attention? Instead of settling that debate, every new controversy appears to reignite it.
Paranoid, weird, insular league. And everybody, older golfers were a little annoyed and irritated when young Tiger Woods got all the love and all the coverage. But about, a couple of months later, they went like, hey, wait, the purses have gone up. We're all getting richer, and they got over it. They got over the Tiger thing pretty quickly. WNBA can't get over this. And people.
The conversation returned once again after another controversial Indiana Fever game involving Caitlin Clark. This time, Colin Cowherd, one of sports media's most recognizable voices, openly criticized the situation. He argued that the league continues to mishandle moments involving its biggest star, prompting fans and analysts alike to question whether the WNBA has unintentionally created its own ongoing controversy.
Have an 11-year, $77 billion contract. You are building the league. You just reached an incredible collective bargaining agreement. We understand they did a great job with that. The league is growing, and it's reaching some of its aspirations, no doubt, but there's still a lot more work to be done. Don't get in the way of the cash cow. You don't sit up there and pave a way for her and don't compete. Nobody's implying that. But you certainly ride that tidal wave of popularity and use it to your advantage to build the game, not compromise and hurt the game by taking.
What made Cowherd's comments resonate with so many people wasn't just his criticism of a single officiating decision. He suggested the latest incident reflected a broader pattern surrounding Caitlin Clark since entering the league. His central argument was straightforward. The WNBA continues facing the same issues without fully acknowledging the impact Clark has had on the league's popularity and visibility.
Keep driving into a wall at full speed with Caitlin Clark. They now have a commemorative poster of 30 years of the WNBA. Caitlin Clark's not on it. And it's not just like an ode to the veterans that started the league. Paige Beckers and Angel Reese are on it. And Caitlin Clark's not. You guys, when she broke into the league, you moved her road games to bigger arenas to...
Those comments carried extra weight because they came from someone who has spent decades covering major American sports. Cowherd argued that successful leagues understand the importance of supporting their biggest stars while maintaining competitive integrity. Shortly after another physical play involving Clark went viral, social media filled with slow-motion replays and debates over officiating. Instead of discussing game strategy, fans found themselves analyzing every frame turning the conversation away from basketball and toward refereeing decisions.
Tonight, with these two teams tangling in back-to-back games, because it got heated 3 days ago when I watched it, was absolutely unacceptable, egregious. Stephanie White used the word, and just unfortunate that, you know, a situation, two situations could go untethered, if you will, and the result was...
Drawing comparisons with the NBA, Cowherd argued there's an important distinction between allowing physical competition and exposing players to unnecessary risk. During the NBA Finals, officials often permit more contact because the stakes are exceptionally high. Throughout most of the regular season, however, referees generally prioritize player safety and offensive flow to help keep the league stars healthy over a long schedule. His argument was that striking the right balance benefits both the players and the league.
Imagine if this happened in the NBA, where all of the men just decided they hated the star player and made it their goal to permanently eliminate them from the game. But men seem to understand that having somebody in the league that everybody wants to come and watch is beneficial for everybody. It brings in more viewers. It brings in more revenue. It brings in more brand deals. Their paychecks go up. It brings in all of the things that the women in the WNBA claim that they want, and even that they're entitled to, but that they're absolutely willing to throw away because they're...
The broader discussion has extended well beyond individual foul calls. Some commentators believe Caitlin Clark hasn't consistently received the level of protection or respect expected for one of the league's biggest attractions, while others argue the physicality she faces is simply part of professional basketball. Regardless of where fans stand, one thing is clear. Nearly every Indiana Fever game involving Clark now generates national debate. Cowherd concluded that the WNBA should do a better job of embracing Clark's commercial impact while ensuring the conversation stays focused on basketball rather than repeated officiating controversies.